St. Anne's Belfield plays host to Kenston Forest. Stab quarterback Thomas Harry dumps it off to Gabe Decker, and then watch him go. Decker makes some moves, dodging defenders, 54 yards for the touchdown. St. Anne's Belfield goes on to win 36-0.
For most high school football teams, it is standard to play the game with 11 players. But for St. Anne's Belfield High School, 8-man is the name of the game. As a small private high school in Charlottesville with only 22% male enrollment, the traditional 11-on-11 game is not feasible. This brought about the decision to join the Virginia Independent Schools Division II and switch to an 8-man team. But besides fewer positions, what makes them any different than just a typical team? For St. Anne's Belfield, football is about more than just winning. It is about the hearts and the minds of the players and their ability to be more than just athletes. Head coach John Blake is a big proponent of this mentality.
First things first, we're trying to make men, and that is not easy. Because of, like I said before, there's so many things pulling at these guys all the time from academics and to try to get them to be balanced. But also for them to recognize that, for them, we read a poem before every game. Okay, the poem is The Man in the Glass. Okay, basically it's all about them understanding that whatever they do in life, they have to give their best. And they're the only ones that ever know what their best is. And that's what we try to draw out of them. And to be the best football player, to be the best brother, teammate, student, classmate, whatever it may be, that's what we want.
This season the team has competed well. The team is currently 4-3 and has only lost one game in their regional conference. This is due in huge part to the coaching of John Blake and the methods he uses to approach winning with this team. For him, it all starts in practice.
The most important thing to do is getting better, and that and the fundamentals. And I'm a big believer that I don't care. You win football games by blocking, tackling, and not turning the ball over. And those are just fundamental things, and those are the biggest things we stress in practice.
As Coach Blake mentioned, fundamentals are emphasized in practice. This season has been anything but traditional. Many games have been rescheduled due to the weather. And throughout the process, the Saints have had to readjust and use their game day mentality and more than just under those Friday night lights. The Saints look to improve to 5-3 with the win against Kenston Forest. Anyone can practice, but converting those reps into a victory is a little harder. However, the chance at victory wouldn't even be possible without the support from Athletic Director Dwayne Robinson.
What we do in our department is really try to ensure that all of our coaches pretty much can just show up and coach. They are the front line of our experience, the front line of our philosophy, and so we try to take a lot of the administrative stuff off their plate. It really is just being there. Sometimes they just want to pop in and run something by you. Sometimes they have a logistic question, and sometimes they have a problem that they need, that they need some advice or suggestions on. So it really is a range of things, but mainly support.
We normally lift on Mondays and then do yoga or a lot of stretching on Thursdays. That's our biggest thing, again, but it's all throughout, making sure that we're eating properly and getting enough sleep. And these kids go through a pretty rigorous day every day academically, and we just need to try to keep them in check and making sure that they're not overdoing it in any one part of their life.
Dwayne Robinson plays a part in facilitating this balance as he brings together coaches and players for discussions about the deeper meaning of what it means to be a team.
We talk through philosophy, we talk through expectations, but also we offer an opportunity for collaboration and brainstorming amongst the programs. And that's big for me. It's always been big for me in my career in terms of when you talk about program development from the ground up. And so, a lot of times we create the environments where our coaches can get together, be able to brainstorm together, ask questions together, and that builds the camaraderie amongst, within the program.
This camaraderie brings the team closer together and creates a cohesive atmosphere that leads to not only wins, but also character growth in the players. John Blake and Dwayne Robinson have been able to produce in their athletes a desire to perform to the best of their abilities. With the win over Kenston Forest, St. Anne's Belfield improves to 5-3 and looks to continue their success through the rest of the season and into the playoffs.